Oh, it's a nice brownie. That's a healthy fish right there. Alright guys, welcome back to the Continuum Outdoors. Tonight we are going to be fishing this small creek back behind me. We do a lot of creek fishing, so we decided we might kind of make a little how-to, kind of what we look for and how we try to do it. So come along with us and we'll try to give you some tips and pointers on how to catch some fish in a creek. Okay, so our first spot here that I'm going to stop is actually just down from the truck. This is kind of the deeper end. If you look over here, you can see the bank is real, it's real vertical and up and down. So the other side of this is going to be a deeper, darker pocket. So I can't even see the bottom right over here by the bank. So that's going to be my first targeted area, is this deeper pocket. We're going to get the old Ned rig in there and possibly get it hung up on the very first cast. That's
deep. I don't think you're getting that in the back.
What was that?
You got it back.
All right. So there's definitely some structure or something down there. A little limb, a little bit of rocks or something. That sink down. Kind of just let it go with the current for a minute. Roll downstream, bounce it a few times. Once you get about 3/4 of the way back or half the way back or so, you can see it turns into about 4 inches of water. So really you're only fishing about 4 or 5 feet worth of deep pocket there. Not getting anything there. So in a creek, since there's so much to fish, I generally don't dwell on one spot for too long. I'll just kind of keep moving and fishing. Eventually you'll find one of those pockets, especially right now while the water's so low, because we've been, oh, there we go. Hold on. I'll finish that thought here in a minute. Whatever this is actually feels pretty good. Whatever this is a pretty solid fish. Oh, it's a nice brownie. Where's the goggle eye? No, it's a nice brownie. On the very first fish of the day, a little bit of a football situation here. That's a healthy fish right there. Came right out of probably like my first 2 little bounces of that peanut butter and jelly Ned rig. He was just right there off those rocks. A nice first fish of the day. All right, first fish of the day, solid brownie. Let's get him back in the water. So pretty good fight on that first brownie on this little, it's not an ultralight, it's just a light series. But it's 5'4". It's real short. I like to use this one when I'm creek fishing because I can really get in the smaller spaces and make casts that I need to make. Just a normal Fluger crappie reel, and then I've got 3-pound line on this, so kind of loosen the drag a little bit and let them fight and have a good time. Yeah, good fight for the first fish. Just working this little peanut butter and jelly Ned rig. Like I said, I'm trying to throw it up close to this kind of vertical clay bank because that's a little bit deeper than this side. Letting it kind of sink down, and then something's got a hold of that already. Oh, another good fish, I think. He attacked it. Oh man, I can barely turn this one. This one may be bigger. Oh yeah, another good brownie. They're stacked in up along that clay bank. I'm gonna loosen my drag a little bit just to yeah, there we go. Get him right up here. Fish number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on them. That is another solid brownie, and he absolutely inhaled this peanut butter and jelly Ned rig. Z-Man, I need a sponsorship. Another solid brownie out of this spot. Almost the exact same spot right off of these, just short of these roots over here, but another good fish. Thank you, sir. Keep her rolling. We're gonna throw a couple casts at this little point before we move down the line a little ways. Now, I know we have fished the creek a lot this summer, but we're in a bit of a heat wave, and it's just ridiculously hot, guys. I mean, it's been triple digits for the last week, and I know there's a lot of other places around the world that have triple digits a lot more than us, but we're just not completely used to it, and the humidity is really bad, so we don't like to go stand out on the front deck of a boat for hours where there's zero relief from the sun. So these creeks are kind of our best option. We come down here, get in the creek, you get in the cold water, and it's a really nice option for the evening. I mean, it's almost 7 o'clock and it's still like 95 heat index of 112 right now. So, you know, it gives us a good place to get out of the heat and still catch some fish and make some content for you guys. So we're just gonna keep her moving down the creek and hope we can find a few more of those brownies. All right, so like I said, as you can see, that's where I'm parked right there. We just pulled right up to the creek. We've got access from a landowner that's allowing us to get in the creek from his place. So, I mean, we've got access to all this, and we just kind of walk down the creek. But we're trying to target like these deeper holes, so the water's low from all the heat and sun. So like this spot right here that we're walking up on, we've got another one of those kind of vertical clay banks. So that's kind of telling me that that's where the current's going, and that's going to be the main current of this creek. So that'll be the deepest spot. So we're just going to cast right in there, let her sink down, give it a few bounces through there, and see if we can find a couple more smallies. And keep it moving. Like I said, there's a lot of great spots through this creek, so I don't want to just get hung up on one spot for too long, especially not when we're going to walk down and then walk back. So I mean, you can kind of take notes of where you caught fish, and on your way back, you know, I always remember to throw a couple extra casts where I caught one before. So you just want to keep her moving down a little ways so that you get maximum coverage of the creek. Give yourself lots of options. This looks like a decent little spot. What do we have? Uh-oh. A creek chub.
No.
That's all right. It's all right. There's usually a few of those in there. We move, because where there is one, there's probably more. First spot we pulled up to was pretty much what we're looking for. See, I mean, even this is a little bit deeper, but I can still see the bottom. And if you can see them, they can see you. All right, I'm gonna keep her moving down. And down towards this, I see another big vertical clay bank like where we started, so hopefully that has what we're looking for. There we go. I've got a runner. I believe I have a brownie with a little extra vegetation. Not the biggest one of the day, but a good one nonetheless. He wanted the Ned rig. He also just spined me in the finger. So, that's nice. Get a hold of him here. That was a pretty good hook set there. Another decent brownie. Not as big as the first two, but healthy fish. Still getting them. Thank you, Mr. Brownie. Thank you for that as well. All right, we are back towards the truck. Back in the spot we started where we caught a couple of good ones. We'll make a few more casts in this hole before we get out of here, but we're just gonna make a few more casts with this beautiful Ozark sunset and the fleeting light and see if we can't add one more to the tally. The last fish of the day.
Darker than dark. The footage is probably noisier.
We've got a green sunfish out of the first spot we started on. Get the silhouette of it up there. Alright, that's going to conclude our little creek fishing adventure here. Hopefully the tips that we gave you throughout this can help you to find a little success when it's just too hot to be anywhere else. As you can see, it's very dark, so we're going to get in the truck and head back out of here. So hopefully you enjoyed that little short video.